Okay, the exam will always ask you about validation and verification, always. So we need to get really comfortable with the differences. So if we've got validation on this side, and we've got verification on this side, and the question was, what's the difference between them? Or, what is validation and what is verification? You'd always talk about the same things. Number one, let's talk about verification first. The whole point of verification is to check that data has not changed since it has been inputted into the computer. So let's say, for example, this is my computer and I type in my password once. So I'm typing P for password. I send it to Netflix to register. What could happen is that data could get lost or corrupted on its journey when it travels. So instead of my password being 123, it'll just be 2 and 3. That's a problem because I wouldn't know that it's been changed. So verification is where it does it, forces me to do it twice, like type in my password twice, 123, 123, and it'll send them both to make sure that they match. So you can have double entry as an example. So let's put our examples here, double entry, presence check, and also you can have a checksum. Each one of those is an example of verification, which is to make sure that data has not changed since it's been inputted into the computer. That is verification. The important thing is data, not changed, input. That's the key. That is verification. So if it ever asks you what is verification, that is your answer. You always then follow up with examples, such as what I put down there. We then have validation. Now validation is to check that data is accurate against a set criteria, or it makes sense. So what does that mean? So I'm going to add one more. I'm going to take out make sense of a certain type. So what does that actually mean? Well, if I was to enter in on a computer, oops, I missed a key word from the definition. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. To check that data is accurate again, this is done automatically by the computer. So if I was to type in, I don't know, my email address, and I have to do it like this, a.com. There'll be an automatic validation check. Does this meet my criteria of what I need for an email address? So I'm the owner of a company. What would be the rule of an email address? Well, it must have an @ sign. That'll be my criteria. Does it meet that? No, it doesn't. Do it again. Or if we were to do, I don't know, someone entering in a username. Well, let's do password. 123. I'm going to set my own rule up, my own criteria, that it must be more than 6 digits for a password. Now, the computer will check it against that criteria. Does it meet it? No, it doesn't. By not meeting it, it'll be rejected. So validation is to check that data is accurate against a set criteria or of a certain type. This is done automatically. And examples would be range check. Okay, range check. Presence check. Type check. Format check. And check digit. And length check. And again, you need to be able to know the differences between them. know what they are. And remember, this could be worded in any way. It might even switch around the definitions and ask you if they're true or false. It might ask you to tick which one is which. So for example, a question could easily do validation, verification, and the first thing it will say is this is where it does an automatic check of data being entered in, and you're meant to tick which one. This is where it ensures that data has not changed since it's been inputted. This is where it checks it against a criteria. Those sort of questions. So you need to be able to remember these definitions and answer it to any validation and verification question.